What is going on, Wolfpack, who? What is going on? How y'all doing? It's a different vibe on this channel. So if you're coming over from the Lone Wolf Narc Bully, you get to see a different side. Over here, we're just trying to figure things out. Okay? We're all just working together, trying to figure things out. Listen, I wanted to get on here and talk to you about what I briefly spoke about on my other channel. If you're not subscribed, again, it's the Lone Wolf Narc Bully. On the live streams, make sure you're checking the live streams. The live streams are going to be more in alignment with what we talk about over here than the pre-recorded videos that are in more alignment with the base of the channel. So got some stuff going on over there. You know, it's deep over there. You get the downloads through the live streams, and you get the videos more in alignment with what the channel's about on the pre-records. But I'm just saying that to say this, that you know, you have an energy about you to where you draw a lot of people. A lot of people will come in, a lot of people be drawn to you, but a lot of people can't really handle the kind of energy that you represent. And you have this energy that a lot of people feel like is impossible for them to obtain. And a lot of people are lazy. A lot of people want to cut corners. And most importantly, most people like to project. And you have that superpower of the sight to see. And that's part of the reason why I want to do reaction videos to videos, I believe, of people using wicked energy to wordplay. I don't think people are able to, because, you know, I'm a humble guy. So I used to assume that a lot of people had the ability to do what I do. Y'all assume that I'm a wicked person like most people are, and I'm going to use the gifts that God gave me to do wicked things. I don't. Barely use them at all like that in any kind of way. Previously, really up until like the past couple years. But I don't use my powers. Listen, I use it for nothing but good. I don't use any of my energy or what God gave me to get over on people, right? And there's a lot of people that do. You know, they use what God gave them to get over on people, and then they assume that everybody's doing it. That's not me. I am chill. You know, I do know that karma works, and even before I started tapping into this, just, you know, years prior, 2019, 2020, just seeing how maybe some of the stuff that I was doing prior, I might be getting some of that energy back on me. But I never really did anybody super, super dirty. So that's where you have to draw the line. You know what I'm saying? Where you believe in that kind of stuff. And with the spiritual thing, you have to you got to be careful anyway, period. I mean, a lot of people out here most people get jealous. But in the spiritual community, they think they can do something about it. Like anywhere outside of the spiritual community, no one's really, they get jealous. They might throw some stuff your way. But in this community, people like do spell work on you, root work, trying to do all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Witchcraft. It's strange. It's strange, but with anything in life, you got to navigate. I've learned a lot of stuff from my haters, going through different communities that have built me into the leader that I am right now. Live streams, having people sit in evil eye and other stuff like that, or worse stuff, and trying to see the reaction while on my live streams. And I think it's trial by fire doing live streams, man. I'm telling you, y'all that make pre-recorded videos, I know y'all can take some pride in your editing. Yeah, of course, the edits is dope and takes time. But being on a live stream and you don't know who's going to pop up in there, you know, you have your video planned out. Sometimes if you're outside, not sometimes, all the time, you get downloads, so you got to just like either go against the downloads and speak about whatever you plan on talking about, or just go with the flow of the download. Then you have people, in your chat wanting to talk, and you got to interact with your chat, man. They're there to interact with you and also still get your point across. So I say shout out to all people that do, streams, what I'm saying, whatever kind of streams they are, because it's a lot harder than the pre-records. The pre-records are actually fun when you're doing the editing and you already got a good template built, so you can just keep adding to the template, and but you never know what's going to happen live stream wise, and I get a lot of haters in my live stream. You know what I'm saying? A lot of haters come up in there, but when you're anointed, it doesn't really bother you, because you know the reason why they're hating on you. Like, when you're anointed and you're a Sigma, light worker, star seed, however you want to call yourself, you just understand things, and you know that a lot of the hate that you're getting is misguided love, because you know that you're not doing anything that's hurting anybody. You know that you're just minding your business, taking care of your kids if you have them, trying to be a good example of what a good man is, or a good woman, trying to be a great leader, trying to show people what's really going on, revealing a few truths, and for the most part, unless someone's bothering you, you really don't bother anyone. So if somebody has a problem with you, then you know that it's some issue that they have internally. You can't do nothing about that. There's something that you're doing that's triggering them. There's something that you are doing, or things that you're doing that they know they should be doing and they're not, and they're getting triggered. And you just understand this stuff. I'm trying to put it into words the best I can, but a lot of stuff, when it comes to chosen ones, you just know. And you also know better than to allow somebody to create doubt in your mind. As a chosen one, a lot of people want to assume that you're just lucky, or it's easy, things come easy to you. Listen, some people, it's hard for them to grasp stuff. It is easier for us to grasp, but how do I put this? That's only because we move in a absolute truth type of form. Like, we don't just believe we know. We know God's going to take care of it. So when a lot of people would second guess themselves, and that's why it takes them forever to learn stuff, chosen ones, they just know. So when it comes to learning stuff, instead of just going off of what we're told, we'll find a way to learn stuff and do stuff on our own way, and we'll start doing it from a young age. And what that does is it reinforces your confidence, and your confidence, when you're chosen. I've said this before, I believe the greatest sin is the first person that created doubt. Like, when the devil got to somebody to tell somebody else, like, you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Along those lines, whatever it was. Before that, we're probably flying. We're probably doing whatever, because you didn't know fear. You didn't know doubt. You didn't know what if it don't happen. You just only knew, you only know, what I'm saying, like, what you're going to do. And when you only think that way, it's not a matter of like, is this guy crazy? What does he mean? I mean, like, you know what you're going to do, and you're going to do what it takes to get there. It's not like, oh, I don't know if I can. I know what I want to do. Like, if you wanted to fly, I know what I want to do, and you're going to do what it takes to get there. God's going to give you the steps it takes to get there. And you're going to have other humans around you saying, yeah, you can't fly. Well, if you're in isolation where you don't have, and this is why I did this, you don't have people telling you it's not possible for humans to fly. Like, gravity, and how that is the community, doubt that's put in everybody's head. Whereas, you have a feeling, a nudge, an instinct, an intuitive whatever, that you can fly, and something's urging you to fly. And everybody's like, it's not humanly possible. You have to go somewhere where you can just speak to God. And see, most people are thinking about flight a certain kind of way, right? Either, on a plane, or you have some kind of flight mechanism, or you're just falling from something. But what if somebody figured out a way that flight could be considered different, right? And then they introduce it after, meditation, and they figure out, fasting, and because there's people that are moving stuff with their mind, aluminum and stuff like that, and bottles and stuff. So what if in isolation somebody figured out some type of flight? Now, it might not be what we consider traditional flight, but it's flight. And then once your mind is open to it, right, then you can, or someone else can expand on it, maybe figure out how to fly like Superman or something weird. I don't know. Listen, I'm just saying, like, or get a good running start and do some jumping like the Incredible Hulk. That's pretty much like flight. You never know. Shoot, some of these guys that can jump really far and really high, it seemed like they're flying in a way, right? So in a way, if you think about it, those guys that do, jump high or jump far, they are flying to a certain degree. So it's all about your perspective, and that allows you to invent stuff. And whenever you lock your perspective into this this dimensional construct, that they trying to get this download right, that they try to throw on us, you limit yourself, and then you have the social construct on top of that, right? So it's just stacked constructs, and people don't really realize that until you're able to find a way to step away from it and then look at it from an aerial point of view. And it's just like, you'll sit back and you'll be like looking at it, at life and what you have going on. You're like, man, this ain't what I really want to do. I kind of feel like I'm being led. And see, where you guys are like, oh, this guy's so ignorant, he don't want to be led, he don't take criticism. It's deeper than that, because you guys are used to being led, so it irritates you when you see somebody that doesn't want to be led and you don't even know why. So you try to project onto me some type of leadership, but you don't realize that you're a slave to these locked in dimensional constructs that they gave us, and social constructs, and then laws and everything else. It just builds and builds. So you're just like, you're boxed in, and when someone brings to you an exit to the box, you attack them because you fear what you don't understand, right? It's just instinctive. But then the problem with humans, they have really good words, so they'll try to find a way to make it seem like it's not that, like, oh no, it's something else, it's something you're doing, with all the verbiage, projecting, and all this different stuff like this is how they'll end up making you feel like you're wrong for what you believe. But if you know you can fly, and you don't have no one around you telling you can't, I believe there's ability to do that. We have the ability to do that. That's what I believe. No one's done it because no one's really put time into it, but you know what I mean with that analogy, right? Like, I'm saying that until you're told you can't do something, I believe that you can do, I know that you can do whatever you want. So the only way for me to get that point across, to illustrate that point, is to show you better than I can tell you by using my life as an example. So that way y'all can't sit there and say, well, hypothetically or theoretically, yeah, it sounds great. No, you seen me do it. What do you mean you seen me do it? And the entire time I told you how I was doing it and what I was doing. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes, when people are getting, ladies and gentlemen are getting downloads, you guys, bear with them in the beginning of their videos, because it takes a little bit, because you have your thoughts that you plan on saying, and then next thing you know it, the divine will kick in, and it's like, I don't know how to even describe it. It's like whatever you were thinking got stepped on. Got stepped on and covered up, put away, and then it's just all this information just starts flowing out. And I got to the point now where I'm pretty good at making sure I organize it or whatever. but it just flows. That's why you'll hear some people that are getting downloads, they glitch up sometimes because you don't understand. This is fluent thought from somewhere else, and your brain is wanting to think, and you're having to shut down your thinking process to allow these thoughts to come in. And when you hear these guys speaking, it resonates with you deep, because these women and these men are having direct from the divine downloads, and it just flows out. It's not even really their words, it's the divine using them as a vessel. That's why they can seem witty and, seem like they're, rapping a little bit or dropping bars, and it's really just the divine, just that's just the way the divine is. It's gonna be smooth, and then what happens is you'll be saying stuff and you'll start thinking like, man, is this coming out of my mouth? You know what I'm saying? Pause, you know what I mean? Like the words rolling out of your mouth, and you'll start thinking, and then that'll mess it up. You'll start thinking, and that's when you'll glitch up a little bit. So bear that in mind. Y'all are just sitting and watching, and you're judging people, but these people are getting downloads. And when you're getting downloads and you're in the middle of the downloads and they're coming in, and you start having a thought come in, and then you see somebody leaving a comment, and that's why you can't look at the comments, you can't think. That's why I like to walk. That way the downloads can just flow out. I'm not sitting anywhere thinking about what I'm saying. I'm just walking and letting the words flow. And when I do that, a lot of people tell me that what I'm saying resonates with them or resonated with them, and those weren't my original thought for the words that I was planning on saying. It's just when I get outside, start walking, get about 10 minutes in or something like that, and I'm just getting the downloads. So, but if it's something I really want to get across, I'll write it down. So that way I get my message across, and then I just let God take over and do the rest. Like I'll be like working with divine, like, let me get this little message across for the first 10 minutes that I wrote down, and then you just take the wheel. And then God takes the wheel and does what he does. Now, sometimes I don't always be getting downloads from God, sometimes it's me talking, and I be going off. Okay. It'd be me talking, I'll be going off. But yeah, listen, most of the time I'm getting downloads for you guys. So it resonates. But look, I'm not gonna hold y'all. These videos will go forever. I'm gonna start labeling probably channeled messages or something catchy, because these aren't like, y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, these are lessons, man. I'm getting this information from divine. I'm trying to disseminate the information without telling every little thing about how to get things done. Like, I'm giving you information without giving you information. Like, I'm not telling you how to manifest directly, but I'm telling you how to slowly get your mindset in the right place. How to always, if you listen to what I'm saying whenever you watch these videos, it's about getting your mindset in the right place. It's not about trying to be in this always forever position of I can't be bothered, and by not being bothered, that's how you're showing people that you stay elevated. No, regular people have issues with other people, and they have to deal with it. And to make it seem like they can't be high vibrational and still defend themselves is asinine. And it's like building a class system and dangling a carrot in front of them that they'll never get to, because it's impossible to always be positive. And y'all aren't. Anyone that's saying that they're always positive, or they let no one get to them, and it's easy for them to make friends and consider their feelings, will be the same person that will have a rage incident in traffic, beating their steering wheel and punching the air, right? But they'll tell you, oh, I don't, because they're on camera. See, on camera, this is why I keep telling y'all, when y'all see people that try to act perfect on camera, they are rehearsing because they want to come across a certain way to y'all. I'm calm and I'm cool and I'm collective. You don't got to worry about me. Those are the most irate and out of control people off camera. The people that are comfortable being themselves, those are the people that's the same way off camera. Hell, I mean, you see some wild sides of me. How much wilder could I get off camera? Actually, I'm way more calm off camera, But if somebody, says the wrong thing, or I'll mirror their energy. You know what I'm saying? Unfiltered. But I'm not going to hold y'all. We got plenty more lessons to go. You know how we do. I'm not trying to come off perfect. I'm not trying to come off like an X symbol, for all the women out there. I do work really hard to make sure I look good, but I want to raise the bar to where I can't have a blemish, I can't have a pimple, I can't have a bad day. That's not going to happen. It happens. I'm here to show regular people that you as a regular person can become a celebrity, but you have to be focused, and we all have the ability to tap into God. That's why God made me 5'9", so that all of y'all can see in plain sight one of his messengers that can make you feel like you can do it too. I was 6'4", like my soul is, you know what I'm saying, like 6'9". Y'all be like, man, he's just, he's built special. Of course, he's like some descendant of an angel or something like that. I'm built like the rest of y'all. I act like the rest of y'all. I done been through it like the rest of y'all. I get irritated like the rest of y'all. I stand on business like the rest of y'all. I handle my business like the rest of y'all. I'm not over here like, peace, love, and light, yay, dancing and stuff. And you got to always stay high vibrational. You can't never let them get you down. And if you let them get in your energy and you lower your vibration to theirs, then you won't be able to manifest. I'm manifesting every day. And I mirror their energy sometimes if I have to. If I deem it necessary to destroy that demon and get him out of my face. You understand? Look, I'm not going to hold y'all. I ran this up too long anyway. But we'll make sure that we label it correctly. But you know how we do here. Before we go, let's get the crystals out. Let's cleanse our energy. All right, just 3 deep breaths. And then we're going to go about our business and our day. Okay? Let's get it started. Number 1. Breathe in. And release all negativity, all negative energy, and all energy that does not belong to you. Are you ready? Number 2, inhale. And I want you to release all anxiety, anything that's annoying you, anything muscle cramp wise, frustration. Exhale it out. All right, breathe in. Take your neck to prana. All right. And breathe out all the rest of the frustration from anybody else that's been bothering you. Realizing on the way out how good life is, how blessed you are to be here every single day. Having a new day to start over every single day. I appreciate y'all. Another great conversation. I, really am starting to enjoy doing these desk videos on this channel, particularly because of the nature of how we speak, getting the downloads, and I like doing it after my son goes to sleep because the TV's off and it's just completely quiet in the house, and I can really feel the connection. I can really channel the collective's energy. That's why on this channel I'm channeling the men and the women. That's why I keep it neutral. I got the other channel where I'm over there trying to help men become men and pointing out the dating stuff, but over here just about your spiritual ascension. Now, I don't believe in masculine and feminine energy being in both men and women, but I do believe there's levels of masculine energy and levels of feminine energy, and you should be operating within the energy that God ordained you. Now, within that energy, there's levels, but I don't want to be conflating stuff, all right? Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm your brother, okay? And I'll be back tomorrow with another banger.